Road. Joining us with the sign language interpretation tonight is Meresha Awiti. In our top story, President William Ruto says he is determined to minimize wastage and corruption in his government by ensuring that the austerity measures he puts in place are followed to the latter. Speaking during the 61st Madaraka Day celebrations in Bungoma, the head of state said he will lead from the front in cutting government spending. For more than a week now, Ruto has been under fire for hiring a royal jet that could have cost the taxpayer more than 200 million shillings. As our KTN political affairs reporter Emmanuel To narrates, Ruto's assertion comes at a time when the talk of bad blood between him and his deputy, Rigathi Gachagua, is up. Despite the deputy president paying down their simmering differences. This is the report.
With the raging debate on whether or not he was walking the talk in the austerity measures he announced to curb wasteful spending in his government, President William Ruto yet again promised to lead from the front in reducing wastage and corruption in his administration.
That we are going to make sure that we deal with the challenge of corruption, wasteful spending, and unnecessary use of public resources.
The head of state has been under fire for more than a week now for potentially spending 200 million shillings on a chartered jet for his visit to the United States. His attempted explanations raising more questions than answers.
Siasa ya mambo ya wizi. Tutakabiliana na wale wote ambao wanatumia pesa ya umma kwa njia isiyofaa ama njia ya ufisadi.
In his address, the president also lauded the Bungoma County residents for their overwhelming support in the 2022 elections. According to him, voters from Speaker Wetangula's backyard ushered in a new political dispensation.
We will never go back to the politics of ethnicity. We will never go back to the politics of personalities. We will never go back to the politics that people are not in the center.
Prior to the celebrations at the newly refurbished Masinde Muliro Stadium, Ruto held a night meeting with the leadership of the Western Kenya region at State Lodge, Bungoma on Friday, just hours after another night meeting with Bungoma leadership on Thursday. The head of state seemingly angling to penetrate the Mulembe Nation voting bloc through Bungoma and snatch a sizable share of the votes from his political nemesis Raila Odinga. In the hotly contested 2022 general elections, Ruto garnered about 30% of the total votes in Western Kenya. And while Ruto and his deputy have been feuding for some days now, Gachagua, who was brief in his speech, maintained he was happy working under President Ruto.
You are the vision carrier of our administration, and those of us you have given the privilege to serve under you remain committed and focused to assist you in the transformation of our great republic.
There has been talk of bad blood between the duo, with Gachagua alleging sabotage from some leaders closer to the president. Gachagua has been seen walking back on the Hustler versus Dynasty platform that he and Ruto rode on to State House, telling his people to break class barriers. Gachagua has been spitting fire, choosing to use his local dialect to drive some points home.
President William Ruto is set to continue his stay here in Bungoma County with a church service slated for tomorrow in Kimilili constituency, where he is expected to continue to rally the Mulembe Nation to support his government and policies ahead of the 2027 contest. Emmanuel To, KTN News, Masinde Muliro Stadium, Bungoma County.